Hello guys, welcome to StudyIQ and I welcome in this daily PIB analysis videos. In the evening these videos come, in the morning the Hindu paper analysis video they come, and both in Hindi and English language these lessons are available, and please do not miss any of these lessons. Very important MCQs and their explanations I am discussing here in both these lessons, and the data is very important. You will understand the importance of it in the prelims examination this year, and if you are appearing in some other examination like RBI or something like that, then you will be able to understand these lessons. Now 5th of April, and we will not waste any time here. These are the numbers there you can call, and you can visit the StudyIQ's website also. Some confusions are there regarding the numbers. If some people are finding it unapproachable, then please let me know in the comment section, and this is the link where you can visit, and all these updated courses are available there. Okay, first MCQ that I gave to you yesterday, Chiller Start Laboring Program, you see, by the Ministry of Power. Under it, there is an agency, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, that formulated a plan for this particular start laboring program, because chillers, you see, these industries, malls, banks and bigger important areas, they are chilling these bodies. They are making them cooler by running these chillers, and they consume around 40% of their energy. So the rating system should be there for that. And now BEE has formulated a plan for this, so both these statements are correct. You see, Chiller Star Labeling Program has been formulated by the BEE. It's a PIB data, and envisages providing star rating in the terms of its energy performance. Means 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, as we see on the fridge and ACs and all, and that is according to the energy efficiency and the consumption of the energy. Now see, since January 2010, BEE has been giving this certification to electric appliances, and now it is for the chillers especially. So that's important. And you see, greenhouse gases and some ozone depleting gases are also released here, and both would be controlled by that. So it is very important. We are growing by 3.6% per year in this area, and it is fortunate and unfortunate both. Fortunate in terms of progress, unfortunate in terms of ecosystem imbalance and the degradation of the environment. So that is the perfect dilemma going on here, and BEE has developed an online registration platform for easy and expeditious approval under this initiative. Regarding the BEE, in 2001, one act came regarding the energy conservation, that was called Energy Conservation Act, and this body BEE was created in March 2002 under the Ministry of Power only. Okay, and as I told you, since January 2010 they have been certifying electric appliances under it. These are the broad objectives of it. You can read the text here. Many questions they have come regarding the BEE and a similar body called BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. So there, regarding that also we saw a question in the 2017 prelims examination. So this is how it is important. Next question, very controversial and a very relevant question of APSPA, enacted by Parliament in 1958. That is correct, and was applied to the entire state of Assam and the Union Territory of Manipur. That is again correct. J.S. Verma committee and Justice Jeevan Reddy committee both have actually recommended in favor of repeal of AFSPA. A different committee, Justice Santosh Hegde committee, found 4 out of 6 deaths it was inquiring in Manipur have similar patterns of cause of death and could be cases of fake encounters. So you see, it's a perfect dilemma always for the center, that whether the people who are protesting heavily, some nude protests by women, and the Iram Sharmila case was a long-lasting case for many years, so, and they all were protesting against the APSPA. So whether these people are not understanding the situation and they are lying, or these army personnels, they are really involved in some kind of fake cases of encounters. So it is a very deep problem. And you see, these committees, 3 committees said that it's not achieving its goal and it is not able to maintain peace in this region. So J.S. Verma committee, Reddy committee, they both suggested, and Justice Santosh Hegde committee said that it could not achieve peace here, because some controversial sections are there. Section 4 says that AFSP empowers an authorized officer in a disturbed area with certain powers. What powers? Authorized officer has power to open fire at any individual, even if it results in its death. If the individual violates law which prohibits the assembly of 5 or more personnel carrying of weapons, however, the officer has to give a warning before opening the fire. But you see, the thing is given here that he would not be punished even if he decides to kill that person out of some suspicion, out of some threat. So they may even shoot someone. So this is how they have killed some people, and this was very controversial in these northeast areas. And you see, these are frontier states, so the situation is very sensitive and it is related to the national security. That is why they always are in trouble, that whether we remove the forces from here or we keep them. So that is why in media, in news channels, in this election time, any kind of information they may spread, and even they may spread wrong informations regarding that, because this is the pattern that we have been observing for the last few years. So this is the right information regarding UPSC, and what is the perfect confusion and dilemma here, that how do we decide about that. So parties are trying to put some things in their manifestos also regarding that, and it's a very sensitive issue. We talk about 1951, when Naga National Council was there and they boycotted the general election of 1952. Then they actually disturbed the whole area and Maintenance of Public Order Act that was brought up by Assam government, because the Assam state was only there and all others were union territories. So Assam brought this act in 1953. After that, situation could not be controlled, and in 1955, 2 years after it, the Assam Rifles, the paramilitary force, that had to be sent there, and they brought Assam Disturbed Areas Act. But again, it was found that the situation cannot be controlled here. So they brought this particular act of 1958, when these Naga rebels, they declared the federal government of Nagaland on March 1956. So after 2 years, in 1958, we brought this particular act, and it became operational in September 1958 in Manipur and Assam. Next, this was called the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, and the origin is very controversial, as we all know about that. Okay, and in 1976, they said that if any area is declared disturbed, then they have to maintain status quo for a minimum of 3 months. And this is how they sent all these troops to these sensitive areas in all these 7 sisters state one by one. And in 1983, it was brought up to Punjab region also, Punjab and Chandigarh, and after 14 years, they removed it in 1997. And in 1990, it was applied to Jammu and Kashmir also. And you see, we have some instances before independence also, but you see Article 355 of Constitution, that also confers this power to center government, that it has to protect every state from internal disturbance, maybe some armed rebellion or something like that, and they have to give protection to the state. So according to this particular provision also, they have to take some hard steps here. Next question regarding the autism, and it is for 2nd of April. It is not 1st April, when General Assembly decided about it in 2008. It's a neurodevelopment disorder, perfectly right. First statement is wrong, second is right. Because the brain is made up of neurons, and the autistic child, the development of its brain, that is not proper. If he achieves the age of say 15, but the brain's age is not 15, it is maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 years old, so that person remains undeveloped and mentally. So 2 only is the correct answer here. And disorder of variable severity, we see some cases are extreme, some cases are very severe, some cases are manageable. Okay, prestigious Zayed Award has been given to Prime Minister Modi by government of UAE. Okay, and the people are very happy there, because a lot of people, a big percentage of the UAE's population is Indians. Next, ICAT, the International Center for Automotive Technology, it is hosting the Newgen Mobility Summit that is going on, and NATRIP, as I told you, automotive technology and research labs and all are there under this NATRIP, that works under Department of Heavy Industries, not Finance, and that comes under Ministry of Commerce and Heavy Industry. So the statement 2 is wrong, first is correct. Only one is the correct answer here. Next question, next information is regarding the 91 major reservoirs. Every week we have this update, and everywhere this water level is going down and down, and again by 1% it is going down, and now it has come up to 30% of the total storage capacity. And as I told you, there are 5 regions. In the southern region of India, there are maximum number of major reservoirs, 31 number, and last week it was 31%. Now the level has come up to 30% for all the reservoirs. And as I told you repeatedly, that the total capacity of our major and minor reservoirs is 257 BCM, and around 63% of this capacity is with these 91 major reservoirs. Okay, some condition is very bad for the last 10 years, and that is why you see it is at 30%, and the summers are pending, so the scare is very high. And you see, for the last 10 years this condition has been very bad. The average has been like this only, and right now it is according to the average of this particular April month only. And if we compare the situation for the last year at the same time, then some improvement is there, but this time this is going to be the El Nino year. This is the speculation. That means monsoon would be weak. So we have to see how they are going to manage, because the next 6 to 7 months are going to be very challenging. Okay. Next, Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Center becomes operational. The data is given by Health Ministry, which is forming a solidarity human chain, and they are telling these data that 17,000 wellness centers have become operational. They were converting these primary health centers in villages, and they were making them wellness centers by adding some technologies and some digitization, some machineries, and all these diagnostics facilities. They are being added to them so that primary care can be maintained. And you see, this Ayushman Bharat has 2 components. For the primary care, the wellness and health centers are there, and for the secondary and tertiary care, Jan Arogya Yojana is there, PM Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so this is how they are managing it, and the particular 5 lakh rupees announcement is also there, but that's for the hospitalization charges. So that's important, and the aim is to convert 1.5 lakh PHCs to health and wellness centers. So out of this 1,50,000, only 17,000 have become operational till now. And the World Health Day is on 7th of April. It was decided by WHO in 1950, and it was the first health assembly of the world in 1948. Okay. Next information is regarding the election bonds. Supreme Court has refused to grant an interim stay on the operation of electoral bond scheme. Last year in January, the government brought it, and SBI was given the charge of it. Electoral bonds would be sold in SBI branches, and the bank accounts for these parties would be there with the SBI, and the people who are going to buy these electoral bonds, they will buy these bonds with the name of some party, and that party has to encash that amount in 15 days. So this was the scheme, but actually the transparency has come down with this particular update, because government said that we are bringing it to bring more transparency in the procedure of election funding, but actually the way they have brought some new provisions and the way they have changed some existing provisions, the issue has become much more opaque, not transparent. Just opposite has become. So that is why many allegations are there, and the matter has been reached up to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is deciding about that, and it says that we will take up this issue again on 10th of April, and we cannot stay this right now. But you see, the elections are just gonna start, and this bonds are going on. Now, next information: US House votes to end American involvement in the Yemen's civil war. You see, these Houthis group, they are Iran's Shia supported groups, and they are fighting with Saudi Arabia's forces, and Saudi Arabia is helped by America in this war, so the direct involvement is there. And their house, America's house, the Congress has passed this particular law, the Senate has passed it, and it's not a law, it's a proposal, and they said that within 30 days end all kinds of involvement of America in the Yemen crisis. But Trump is expected to veto the legislation, because there the president has enormous powers. It can veto the legislation made by Senate or the Congress. So we have to see how they respond about it. But this issue is going on, and how these you should remember, These are the MCQs. Try their answers and put them into comment section. Look for the additional data and look for the additional information as I tell you daily about it, because this is the most important way to achieve success in the prelims examination. Send me a request in this group, and the Telegram channel's link is also given here. So on both the places you will find the PDF daily. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Saini.